Council members, we are unnoticed until now in a terrible crisis. A close inspection of the galaxy map and its nodes and connections has shown us that, in spite of our powerful defensive pacts, we are mostly on our own. In case of an attack, we don't have destructive forces by our so-called friends to rely on. Which means we need power, and we need it now. Let's go.
Hi there, fellow thinkers. Welcome back to the Snedi Knights. This is Immanuel and woo, I've discovered something, and that's not something we should ignore. Now, what I've discovered is, while looking at all the empires for the Great Empire overview, I've noticed something. These are the roots of K, our great protectors, right? Our direct neighbors. Are they? They are our great protectors and direct neighbors, but not really, because they only have hyperlanes. Which means if somebody attacks us and they cannot cross this or this territory, we're totally helpless. Not totally. I mean, the Vortex Corsairs will come to our help, but at the moment they are just occupied. Which means they won't be able to help either. Which in turn means... I mean, okay, we should upgrade our research capabilities and stuff, but we should probably not build tons of orbitals without defense at absolute maximum. So we need to change that. We need to get to the defense at absolute maximum or something like that. Which means we need to upgrade here. We also should upgrade here. And then we should build ships. But first we need to upgrade the ships. And this is a perfectly fine setup. I've looked that up before. Note our pitiful hyperdrive. The rest is okay. And there's the Fatebringer. And that's done quite good. I mean, we want to add the afterburners because we can. And we want to add something else. We want to add fortresses. Because we get a reduction on them. And they won't be called Europa. Let's call it like that. Just as a preliminary name to work with. We have 40,000 hull points, which is quite good. We would have the nanobot cloud and a subspace snare. I'm not sure about the subspace snare, to be honest. Maybe we could do something like the proximity mines. On the other hand, why not, right? After all, they are there for that. Afterburners wouldn't make sense at all. They give a percentage bonus to combat speed. I mean, you could put them in, don't get me wrong. And they will make this thing accelerate at a higher number of... Yeah, at a percentage of a higher number of... but this thing is not moving, it doesn't matter at all. So, Nautilon's Bulwark, here we come. Which means, let's go here. We should probably protect our most important systems with these stations too. Which in turn means, yeah, this. So, let's build a military station here, Nautilon's Bulwark. It's quite okay to have that here. And we want to build more. Like there's one here. And why not build one here? It's absolutely okay. We'll do that. We'll build it here. And we want to build a spaceport too. Laser defense is our highest tech. And we have one in Nautilon's dunes too. I want to build something there as well. Let's build just a military station here, the bulwark. There we go. And then we want to build ships, right? First we want to build battleships, the Fatebringers. Also, I want to delete these designs so I don't accidentally click on them. That thing, the Invincible and Alamein. Now we're talking. So, we want battleships here. Want 3 battleships, and we want to upgrade this. Totally need to do that. Maybe we're going for 2 here, and then we'll have some destroyers and corvettes. Corvettes and maybe we'll just build destroyers here. And a corvette here. Another corvette here. We can build destroyers here. We should build destroyers here. Let's see, the corvette. And we can build another corvette. And we should get to maximum naval capacity as quickly as we can, which means we'll go into all these spaceports and just build at least 1 corvette. So we have a quick surge in fleet capacity, because it's a very dangerous situation, don't get me wrong. It's crazy dangerous. Wait, that should probably be good. The deep spiral. Yeah, we are already talking here. Cruisers, yes. Later on. Dreamer's Jewel. Yeah, for now we'll build just a bunch of corvettes very quickly. And then that should be enough. As a first security measure. Because if no one can help us, then we look like a particularly juicy target. I mean, they probably will be able to help us after a while, but not now, so we need to do something like that there, and we're doing that now. Because now is the time. If you are in big trouble, you should act accordingly quickly. I think I want to upgrade here first. I don't know. Sehueturn. We're at Nautilon's chill. Most of these upgrades are corvettes, but we don't have that many corvettes active at the moment, so it is quite okay. Actually, I want to upgrade here. And we want actually a defense module here, and as we're talking, this should also go for now. Nautilon's winter doing good. Shell of the Deep. Can build a corvette, and will. Aglomia the same. First world is building what it should. That thing is also building what it should. And then we have Zafar. Want to build a spaceport there. And now we have the Nautilon's blessing system here. The Adriatic. No, that one. The Merry Snailmas. And we want to build a military station there. Because that's what we'll do instead. We'll build a lot of military stations. We will build, I think, one habitat, so not to waste any influence. But otherwise, we'll build a lot of military stations right now. And one in Deep Spiral would also be nice. Build one here. Now that I'm building next to the spaceports, and it is, I think, advisable to do so. Let's go to the ship designer too, and we want to upgrade also the construction ship. Clear the design, auto-complete the ship. The Ganges, I don't know. Nautilon's creator class sounds just better, right? So this is what we're doing. And we're checking back on the spaceports here again. I mean, we're building corvettes here. We should upgrade this so we can go for something better then. At first we could go like... we want some power, so synchronized defenses would be nice. And then the upgrade. The ETA colony gets the same. And then all of these systems. They'll get that too. So first here, the Golden Spiral, then the Penultimate Frontier. And the Dreamer's Jewel. Cellular also gets an upgrade. Uzumaki 2. Sysmac. Cold Belief gets the synchronized defenses and an upgrade. Grandchildren get an upgrade. Bleak Bay. Sync defense and an upgrade. The Call of the Akatina gets the upgrade, and this will be our rally point. That our only rally point, I think. Yeah, nice. So Sechuetum. Spaceport, yes, an upgrade. It's just upgrading. After that we could go for synchronized defenses if we want so. Then we have Nautilon's Chill here for an upgrade. The Pride of the Nautiloids. Already going for the upgrade. The Winter. Going for the first defense. Shell of the Deep. Oh yeah, I could go for the synchronized defenses and an upgrade. Eglomia. The Biocollective we're already building. There, same goes for the production chamber and then Murga. Yeah, we're doing that and wait, doing that. And there's more to consider. Quite a lot. I mean, this is not an action-heavy episode. It's just setting us up for some potential conflicts that might arise from that situation. The AI is not that dumb anymore. And it will notice sooner or later. And then we're in really big trouble. So, the roots of Kai. They have the communal of Mariajanauts as rivals, and the Phoenicians and the Caltaxans. We have the Quopin Juxi Citizen League. I mean, the Kadeshis are also in the Vortex Corsairs, which are our friends, but we should really get rid of the Quopin Juxis as rivals, end the rivalry, and give them a gift, because we have so many energy credits we can afford. So we could offer them tribute, but they wouldn't. So we'll offer them a trade deal. Just, I mean, what can they do with that? I don't know. It's just throwaway money for us. And then we will rival the totally harmless communal of Mariajanauts. They're also our direct neighbors, which should make one of our sections here pretty happy. Then to avoid being a big target, we could also go for liberation wars instead. I mean, a lot of people will... We're not interested in big gains at the moment, because we just cannot declare war for that. But the downside to this is, if the Roots of K go on a rampage, they cannot give us planets, even if they would do so normally. So I think we should let it be. We could change something else. Could go for peaceful here. I don't know what that change is, but we're Xenophobes, so we'll not like that. So we could default to closed borders, which would fit us definitely. We could access robotic workers, but I don't think we should do that. So, well, we're a little bit over the top now. And question is, what else should we do? Don't have a lot of minerals stored. We should look at the sectors. And we've got a ton of minerals stored here. Nautilon Spirit Sector. That would be crazy good. At the cost of 100 we get 21,000 minerals. That's probably something we should do, right? Otherwise we could also allow them to... I mean, we don't want the redevelopment here. I think. Could allow them space construction, so they would have to pay for that. And we should allow them. There we go. If we give them orbitals or something, then we shouldn't allow redevelopment. But military stations and space constructions should be allowed for us here. I think it would make sense. Then we should look at the leaders. We can recruit one more leader. We could go for a general. Like that guy, the Glory Seeker, or our charismatic psychic, Valentina Velasco. That would be a good choice. And look at that, we have a statecraft researcher here. Wow! Research speed 10%. And research speed statecraft 15%, which makes 25% statecraft, which is one of the most important things we can still develop. Would be a nice idea, I think. Then we have the governors. Don't know. Don't know, really. I mean, the psychic here, giving unity output plus 10% is okay. But we have so many governors still. Yeah, we have too many governors if we are strict. We could go and recruit that psychic. He'll soon be out of the roster, and our Nautiloids become over 100 now. So I think we should recruit. It's just such a good expertise, plus being a psychic is really nice. So look at that. Now we're getting a Voidcraft psychic to boot. This means we will dismiss Junji Ito. Goodbye, Junji Ito. But our psychics have such a big influence now. He has never been a high-profile researcher. So, this is pretty important. Very, very important. And we'll set these guys onto more science ships as soon as we can. They don't need to do something specific. They just need to be there. So maybe we should just stamp that and... no. Wait. That's okay here. So look, here we have a ship. Here we've got a ship. Here we've got no ship. Which means we'll build a science ship here, but we'll redesign. Clear autocomplete. That could be good still. No. So we'll go for the science ship here. Then for the sync and for the upgrade in... Where was that? In Murga? ETA colony also would get something like that. Another science ship for the next leader. And then synchronized defenses and the upgrade. And then, of course, we also need a colony ship. And there we go. And after that we could go orbitals or something. Orbital hydrophonic farms. So this is our setup, and we hope that this will lead to great progress So thank you for watching this heavy planning episode in our great universe galaxy, and happy gaming to you. May Nautilon be with you and with us, because we need him right now. We need him direly. Have a good time. Until next time.